He finds an opening past the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
On first down, Jones. He's going to air one out. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A big play there with another touchdown. Number 24 on the year. And they are able to strike first here. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10, and he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points.
All way, baby, yeah.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now it's Newton.
Switch.
And finding the tight end Wilson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. It's caught by Aguilar. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Flush to his right. Wilson's got it complete. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
It's a loss
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Newton. Airing it out for Olsen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Showing eight. Gun. Tight dog. Let's go.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Dash, go now. Mike's 50.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Ready. They can't hang with us. Watch the shift.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
After the run, Newton going to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
A loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Throwing, Jones, going up top, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I think I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Let's get it.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. A good pickup there, 22. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd and 1, Newton, and he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 1, our score 9-6. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Jack! Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Greg. That's it. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Newton now to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
We got this.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And now it's 2nd down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. O'Shane Zimenez showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, Newton.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Dancing to his left. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
First down. First and 10.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Switch.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick six, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things set.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Hey, we got three down. Check 24, check 24. 20. Sponge. No. 8.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And, boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let's go. Slam.
To throw again, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. O'Shane Ximines able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Newton, forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the... And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And some space here. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
That's the way to finish.
Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking now.
It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Terry Godwin, 83 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point try good by Gano, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby. Go ahead, take a break.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
We're going 25.
Off play action. Jones. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Hank's almost going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted, like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this will be taken at the 13. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards that time on the ground. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got one. Shift. Back. General West. Okay, quick to edge. Come. Check nickel. Hey, lock it. Get it.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Mike, 58, right there. Time to go, night.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. Now Newton. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for second down.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Let's put him on the buses.
20.
That team on the bus. Check.
Throwing on second and long. Newton. And this is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point try good by Gano, and that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. He's got his man on the comebacker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Hey, pick your game up.
Bang, 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 bang. Squeeze. Buzz.
Jones on first and 10.
Tight down. There you go.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Big edge. 80 weapon. Hey. High 7.
Now Jones throwing again. He's going to launch this thing way down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering Is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Newton to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Joejuan Williams. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. McCaffrey following the penalty. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's where you belong.
2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, boy.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line.
Let's go one more.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gano the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Fellas, let's set a tone.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. As his guys are able to regain the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd in Baltimore. And the Ravens have opened it up a bit, leading by a couple of scores. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch out. Check.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
20.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. He's going to loft one. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 17 yards out, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Looking left sideline, it's complete. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first two passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. On 1st and 10, Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6.
You got tight right there.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards the pickup there. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
SOS. Protein spill. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Stay with your man.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going.
Crash. Check 43.
They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Check.
Second down and goal. Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. You know, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score,
and he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bruce Irvin in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town at 2nd and a country mile. He'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. He's back to throw. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Jones. Throwing on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.